Welcome back to Bioenergetic Workouts. My name is Devaraj, and today I'm going to stand back a little bit. Today we're going to be working with the heart, the energetic heart, and learning how to open it when it's been closed for a while. Maybe you've just been working on a computer or something like that. When I work on the computer, my mind gets kind of fixed in there. There's like a sort of solid, rigid circuit between the screen and my eyes and my brain. And after a while, I notice I'm not really breathing very much, and my shoulders and my neck are getting real tense, and I come off the computer and I think, oh my God, what have I done? There's a big circuit in the body that we can open up to help correct this. Or anytime when you want to get just a more open feeling in your chest and a more open feeling in your life. And that circuit runs from the energetic heart here in the center of the chest and out down through the arms to the hands. This is why a lot of religious cultures, Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism, they use this gesture, putting the palms together in the center of the chest. It's basically, it completes a circuit, an energetic circuit through the heart. And sometimes you find it comforting, sometimes you find it comforting just to put your hands together. There's a circuit of energy that flows and you can feel more comfort here. So that's why these religions do this, if you ask me anyway. Okay, so this workout is what you're going to do is you need to have a bit of space, a little bit of space around you. You don't need a ton of space. You're not going to make a whole ton of noise, a whole load of noise. And you just need some space, and so that you can swing your arms basically, because that's mostly what it's going to be. We're going to be opening up the shoulders, opening up this whole area. So find yourself a space. Take your shoes off. You can do it in bare feet or socks, as long as you've got a nice firm contact with the ground. Okay, let's get this ding track on. Started. Okay, the first part of this workout, we're standing here with our feet nice and solid on the ground, knees a little bit bent, and you're going to breathe down into your belly. Breathing through the mouth, in and out. Trying to really engage with the feeling in your belly for 90 seconds. Belly is like your animal power center, and it's an intense place. A lot of the time we learn to avoid it, skip off into our head, into our mind world, but it's not good for us, not in the long run. So here we're going to breathe down into your belly. Maybe you can feel a certain heat coming down from your guts through your legs towards your feet. That's a good sign if you get that. Breathing into your belly. Making a sound from your belly on the out breath. Feel it if it's intense. Feel it. It's good to have intense emotions in your life. There's the first ding, so we stop, and now we're going to move on to the first arm exercise. Lift your arms right up, keep them a little bit loose, not stretched real tight, but lift them up. And now we're going to let both arms drop forwards, and just let the arms swing like this, round, falling forwards, back and round again. And while you do this, very important, put your attention on your arms, feel your arms. And if you do this, you may notice at some point that actually you start to smile, because what's happened is your mind has realized that your arms have taken over. Usually your mind is busy controlling everything, and mine certainly is. And then, when your arms just take over and they're just swinging, a little bit like a little kid running down a hill, that feeling, yeah, just going for it. And when this happens, you start to smile. There's a kind of, the mind realizes it's not really in control anymore, and the arms are just swinging. And very important, we're going to keep breathing through our mouth, deep into the body, and feeling the body. There's not much point in doing bioenergetics if you space out and start thinking of loads of other stuff while you're doing it. When you catch yourself doing that, you've got to bring yourself back. Breathe and feel the body. Keep the posture going, or the movement going. Breathe and feel the body. There's the first ding. Okay, so now we're going to come into a little bit of shaking, and a special kind of shaking. The body bobs up and down, the knees are bent, And you also bring your arms, so your lower arms are roughly horizontal, and start to shake your wrists. Looks a little bit like this from the side. Your wrists are very important because they're the main, in this circuit from the heart, energetic heart down through the arms. The wrists are the main point where things really get locked up. So it's just great to give your wrists a good old shake. And of course you keep breathing and feeling what's going on. You know, in body-based therapy, trauma isn't all about bad stuff that happened to you. What it's really about is when you stop breathing and started to control all the feelings. So here we're going to breathe nice and deep. Allow this kind of wrist shake, body shake. Breathe deep. Yeah, I can feel it in my neck and my jaw. Don't be afraid to make yourself look a bit of an idiot or some kind of demented animal, you know, it's it's part of it. If you're doing it in the office, you might get a bit of feedback, but hey, you've got some balls to do that. Just going to continue to a ding. There it is. Okay, I let that movement go. Keep a little bit of shaking. Don't change movements too abruptly. You know, again, it's a breath holding, freezing, so you don't want to do that. Once again, arms are going to come up, and now they're going to fall backwards. Yes. Falling backwards and round with the arms. Once again, attention on the arms, especially to start with. Really feel your arms. And then you may notice, like, wow, they're taking over and they're just doing it however they want. Reminds me of, like, when I was a kid, there was this American TV program, Little House on the Prairie, I think it was called. And all these little kids in their little dresses and outfits and stuff would run down this hill, you know, like totally carefree. And that's a bit the feeling when your arms take over. Yeah, your mind has let go of all of its control and your arms are just going for it, having their little run down their own hillside. Breathing deep. Feeling your feet on the ground if you get lightheaded. Opening your body. Breathing real deep. There's the ding, and we come back to just kind of up and down swing for a few seconds, just to let it go. And then once again, we're going to go to the wrist shaking. You can have your eyes open or closed. Breathing and feeling. Maybe get a bit of a burp, that's a good one. Belly holds a lot of tension. The throat holds a lot of tension. You know, the throat center of humanity is locked tight shut. So it's good to just make if you're in a space where you can make a bit of sound, make a bit of sound. Don't go into a full-on screaming thing from your mind. But, you know, just feel your throat if it's a bit locked. If there's a sound in your throat, just experiment letting it out. I'm still breathing down into my belly, like at the beginning, feeling down there, scouring my body with my awareness to feel inside what's going on. Not needing to make a big story about what's happening, but really feeling it, you know. All this feeling is integrating you, making you whole, making you powerful. And there's the ding again. Okay, and we slowly let this movement go, not too abrupt. And now we have the first challenging one. Arms up in the sky again, and this time your left arm goes back and your right arm goes forward, like this. And it can be a tricky one when you start doing this. It took me ages to get it. And if you're not sure if you've got it, arms swinging in opposite directions, look ahead of you. You should see your right arm going down and your left arm coming up. And if that ain't happening, don't beat yourself up. You just go back to the top and give it another go and keep on trying, and eventually your mind will just get it. And if you've got it, all good. And when you have got it, allow your body to follow the movements. You see, my body starts to swing naturally with this movement. Ah, keep breathing nice and deep. Ah. And remember, if you're not sure, if you got it, just go back to the beginning, start again, both arms up. Then your right one falls forwards and your left one falls back. This is great when you've got it going, and you can always check. Like I said, look dead ahead for a moment. You should see your right arm coming down and your left arm coming up right in front of you. One after the other. And if they aren't, just start again, practice. Ah. Ah. And don't forget to breathe. There's the ding. So I'm going to go back to just swinging both backwards and forwards. Ah, and then I'm going to come back into my shaking the wrists out once again and letting my body do a little shake. If you feel inside, sometimes, you know, what we're going to be working on soon in this Bioenergetic series, if you've been following, is how to get your body into spontaneous shaking, Kundalini shaking. And you can start practicing this by feeling inside your body and seeing if there's like a kind of spontaneous shake. Often if you feel into your knees or your pelvis, or some people maybe your ankles, you feel like a kind of spontaneous shake that starts. Rather as though your mind seems to be suppressing it most of the time. And you know, you're just taking the lid off, letting your body shake out. Breathing it out, shaking your wrists and feeling that little spontaneous shake. Your neck, you try and make your neck as loose as you can in this. And there's the ding, we just let it go once again. This is on 90-second ding. Arms come up, and this time we're going to do the opposite one. Left arm's going to fall forwards and the right arm's going to go back. Like before, you know, if you're not getting it, if it's just not happening, don't beat yourself up. Don't do that stuff. It took me ages to get this exercise. I'm a slow learner. It doesn't really matter, you know, your self-judgments, you think you're not good enough, all this stuff, you know. We all have this stuff, you know, you keep yourself small, whatever it is. What I saw, you know, over the years of doing a lot of therapy and then leading a lot of therapy, what matters is your commitment. Do you want to change? If you want to change, you can get change. Don't allow yourself to internalize too much negativity, and the result is you just stop, you know. You're a good person. You're up for change. You're doing this workout. You're a good person. And if it's not quite happening with your arms, you just bring them up to the top and you just relax and you give it another go and you just keep on trying. And one day it'll just start. And how you can check, like before, the other way around now. I look forwards for a little bit and I should see my left arm going down this time and my right arm coming up. Breathing and feeling those big breaths. So you're really feeling what's going on. There's the ding. I'm going to come back to just both arms swinging back and forwards for a little bit. And then one final round of just shaking my body. In fact, this time I'm just going to let my wrists be slack. I'm going to close my eyes, you don't have to, and just see if I can feel inside a natural shake. It's coming spontaneously, not me, not my mind having to shake my body. And once again, if that's not happening, you just shake and just go for it. You don't beat yourself up. Don't indulge in that beating yourself up. Remember, you're a good person doing bioenergetics. Bad people don't do bioenergetics. You just let yourself have a little shake. If it's happening spontaneously, that's good. If it's not happening spontaneously, that's good as well. Breathe nice and deep. And And just letting your body shake out. And there's the final bell. And you just slowly bring the shaking to an end and do a little namaste to yourself. Yeah, you did it. See if you can feel a bit of energy flowing or heat or something like that in your arms. Okay, well done. You did bioenergetic workout. See you next time.